So Goblin just cleared up a lot of information about this situation with Pine Park, and in this video, we're going to talk about it. But first, if you're new around here, give me a sub. So I hate to get this parasocial about this situation, but I feel like if someone doesn't clearly show the information or doesn't, talk about it, the people in the situation are going to be constantly harassed and asked about the situation. So if I can clear up some stuff and make it easier for them, I will. So Goblin just did a Twitch stream where he explained a lot in the situation. I'm gonna have it all linked down below because some people might want to go watch the Twitch stream for themselves, and obviously it's not my content, it's Goblin's. But the first thing I'm going to talk about, is there any beef between the people? Because for some reason there's this big thing where people think Goblin and Tim are beefing, which is just not the case. So here's Goblin saying so.
But I also want to make it clear that this is purely like a business related thing, okay? No one that you see on the camera, okay, has anything to do with why I left Pine Park, okay? It is purely a business thing, okay?
I'm glad to hear him say that because there was a big thing where people thought Tim and Goblin and Eric were not friends anymore, which, it's just not the case. Everyone on camera he's still cool with. It's just stuff behind the camera he's not cool with, which we're about to get into. So another big thing with this situation is, why did it happen? Because no one really said why it happened. There were some tweets, but there wasn't nothing 100%. But Goblin actually talked about in this live stream. And what I said in my original video is it probably has something to do with revenue in the Gobcast, and I was kind of right about it. It has stuff to do with the money, ownership of Pine Park, and decisions about the Gobcast, which he talked about in his live stream.
Okay. Listen, motherfuckers. I was promised a lot of things in Pine Park that I did not actually get. Okay? I think we were all promised a lot of things that did not necessarily come to fruition, and I'm kind of just like the main one that like brought it up. But I don't know everyone's situation, so I'm not going to say that for sure. But for me, that was my personal experience with the brand. And one issue that I had is, obviously, I'm sure you guys can imagine, I had it in my bio, part owner. I was promised equity in the brand, right? I was promised a percentage of ownership. And it, it was not like, all right, so when I joined, I was promised a percentage of ownership. I was told I owned equity. I never got proof, and I never signed any paperwork. I kept asking for proof of equity over time and getting different answers. And this past week, while I was in Tampa, things kind of came to a boiling point where I said, like, hey, I want proof of my equity. I want proof I own something, because mind you, like, we're not making any money. So it's like, hey, I want proof I at least own something here. And instead of getting proof that I own something, they told me that it would be best if we part ways. So there you have it. Granted, at that point, even if I had gotten proof, I still would have left. However, that's how it fucking played out. I still don't have proof that I ever had anything, actually. So it is what it is. I looking back, that was probably one of the pieces of information that I was like not gonna say publicly. But also, it is what it is, bro. Like, that's what it is. I want to make it clear once again, like, that's my personal situation with them. Like, Eric, I know for a fact, has like proof of his equity and all that. His situation is different than mine. That's just my personal experience, right? And also, like I said earlier, like, I genuinely wish the best for the brand, bro. Okay? I genuinely wish for the best for the brand. I hope they succeed. I hope the weed sells. I hope the podcast grows. Okay. I'm just not like, I don't fuck with the vision anymore because they don't fuck with my vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't communicate with me. They don't support my show in the way that they told me they would. It just kind of, I don't know. It didn't work out. It just did not work out. You know, it was something that seemed much more glorious than it really was.
So after hearing Goblin say that Pine Park screwed him out of ownership of the company, that is crazy to hear. This sounds just like the 100 Thieves Nick Merckx situation, where 100 Thieves promised Nick Merckx ownership of the company. He never got it, so he went to FaZe Clan. Sounds just like it. And honestly, I don't blame him. Like, if I got promised ownership of the company and then didn't get it, I would leave too. And listen, I don't want to make this video about shitting on Pine Park because, you know, I really do like Pine Park and what they do with their company, the stuff they do with their content. I really like it. But I would be biased as hell if I didn't say this is a big L on Pine Park. Lying about something like this is just not what you do. Like, I don't know. This is a pretty big L. Obviously, you know, Goblin's going to be cordial about it because, you know, he's still cool with the people on camera, so he's not going to completely, you know, shit on the company. But, you know, this is a pretty big, I don't know, that's a pretty big thing, being lied to like that. But I want to know what you think of this situation. Let me know down in the comments, and until next time, peace.
She said I could have it. 2016, little bitch, I'm a savage. Johnny Depp's to a bitch, make all the baggage. Then I feel like a motherfucking bandit. RIP, just walk out, perks in the cabinet. Sold them off on my session.